What's going on, Central Unit? It's the Central Man here. So this is a video on the current NWA product. I did it earlier, but I kind of like, man, stuttering, man. Sometimes I speak too fast. Anyway, this is a I can't say it's a part two. It's kind of like a reboot. Anyway, so NWA, man. Haven't really talked about the NWA for ages. The last time I talked about the NWA, not the NWA, part of my classic reviews. No, I'm talking about the current NWA, man. A year ago, I review some NWA Powers. It's a show. If you don't know what Power is really NWO's weekly show. It aired on Wednesday, but they haven't really done a Power episode for really ages. I think it was in the first half of 2020, and afterwards they decide to go, hey, it's just gone. It's just like I don't understand. I understand because of the COVID. I understand. They can't really because of no fans in the arena, and it's ruined the show. It's ruined. It's kind of ruined. It's kind of ruined. Not ruined the show. It's kind of like hindering the product a little bit. Not really. They do like different uh, programs on the YouTube channel, but not Power. It's just like that's funny. They're not doing NWA Power for what's the last time? I think it was like March, February, March, and then afterwards they just go, let's. They got not say necessarily got rid of it because I think they put it on hiatus. And the reason why I'm doing a stream, video, it's kind of like it's kind of bugs me a bit because the talent from the NWA Power shows end up jumping ship to different wrestling companies. Mostly in AEW. You had Thunder Rosa, Allison Kay, Ricky Spots, Colt Cabana, and then I think Jane Storm is now returned to Impact Wrestling. It's and Serena Deeb and now not and holding the NXT not NXT the NWA Women's Championship. She's the women's champion in that company. It's just like what's going on with the NWA Power? What's going on with the NWA? The product of the NWA. It's been most of the talents are leaving the company. A year ago, they did their show Power. So I think it's on the same time, the start of AEW doing their weekly shows, Dynamite, and for people are gonna, you got anti-smarks. If you like it, that's fine. I like Power. They kind of like it, saying like, oh, it's better than AEW Dynamite because how is it better than AEW Dynamite? It's not better than Dynamite. The two different shows because Power is taped and Dynamite's not taped. AEW do their shows, before before this COVID pandemic situation, they were doing, they're really doing shows in normal arenas, same arenas as WWE do, the main roster. And the Power just doing it in the studio. I think it's in Carolina. I like the NWA studio. It's paying tribute to going back. It's a throwback to the old NWA doing the shows. The promos in a promo set, and then the small ring. I give NWA some props. Paying tribute. Saying like it's better than AEW is absurd. And then like Jim Cornette left the company. He's basically resigned. I heard rumors like he resigned because he made some insults towards Trevor Murdoch. I don't want to get into it. Then he left. Then you got Stu Bennett. He debuted at Into the Fire. I don't understand why that. I don't know why Stu Bennett. No, not Stu Bennett. Why don't I say Stu Bennett? Why I don't know why they didn't really shown Into the Fire on YouTube. It's basically like because they're not on a major network, so you can really do it for free. It's like the same as World Culture. It's Power is similar. It's similar to Woke Culture. What they did years ago. They used to do Divine Wrestling. They kind of ended it last year. You know, reminds me of Power. You know, they do their weekly shows on YouTube. They do their pay-per-views on YouTube. I think NWA Power was taped in Atlanta. Oh, Go Shadow, man, man, it's been ages, man. It's been a long time no see, man. I'm sorry. How you been doing, man? And it's in Atlanta. I thought it was in Carolina. I thought it's like in Carolina. It's kind of like the NWA, the old NWA territory. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm saying. God, I'm talking about woke culture. Yeah, I was talking about woke culture. Yeah, they were doing that. Yeah, Power is similar to Divine Wrestling, and then it's a shame they never host that. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. It's good. It's good. It's been ages, man. You paid it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say. Anyway, fuck. Oh yeah. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it's a damn yeah. I'm talking about it's a damn shame they never shown Into the Fire. I was looking forward to that pay-per-view, and they didn't show it. It's just like, why could they show on YouTube? You're not on a major network. You know, you're not doing the same thing as Woke Culture, because Woke Culture years ago they did this YouTube channel. It's like a similar. They're trying to do their first on Sky Box Office. Basically, a paying channel. You have to pay, and they got a lot of heat. Because no one wants to pay to watch a video. They just want to watch a video for free. Anyway, yeah. We're worried. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get off the topic about Power is similar to Divine Wrestling, and really funny the talent like like I said, the two talents are now in AEW. I think they're officially signed with the company. Are Ricky Sparks. My first exposure to Ricky Sparks. And really funny, Ricky Sparks appeared in WWE years ago. This was like in 2013. This was seen on Raw. He really got beaten up by Ryback. And then, years later, he's now in NWA Power doing I like his promo. He's a really good talker. He's now in AEW. It's good for him. He's doing well in AEW. The stuff with teaming up with Brian Cage and Taz, you got Colt Cabana. I think Colt Cabana is going to AEW. Anyway, I think he was what is that? I don't think he was a TV champion. He was a mid card champion, and then I think he dropped the title, then go to AEW, and then he's now part of the Dark Order. And then when I say the NWA Women's Champion, I think it was Thunder Rosa, and now Serena Dib is the champion. It's really, if I was Billy Corgan and the NWA, it's just like it's kind of like why you. It's really amusing, not amusing, but it's kind of like funny that another women's champion from a different company is now in another company, AEW. She has a great match with Shida at All Out. That's still the show for me. It's like, I don't know what's going on with the how really it kind of like put the AEW Women's Championship aside into the sidelines, and I don't know. I don't know why they. I don't know what's the hint between AEW and NWA. I don't know. I don't know if they in a relationship, like a partnership relationship. It's cool to see. It's cool to see Thunder Rosa. Power was really my first exposure to Thunder Rosa. She's a good talent. She had a great match with Shida. It's been really cool if the AEW and NWA Power just basically do it like a Survivor Series, like a bragging rights pay-per-view. You got like your tag team champions now. I think it's Jane Storm, Eli Drake taking on the Young Bucks. They are the AEW tag team champions, and then you got like your TNT belt, TNT champion Darby Allin versus. There's another champion. I haven't really been paying attention with Power because they haven't aired Power ever since. So, and now they got two champions, mid-card champions. I think the Pope and Trevor Murdoch. I don't know who's gonna face. Maybe they could do a freeway, just a fun freeway. And then you got your world champion, Nick Aldis taking on John Moxley. You can really do that. And then also you can do a rematch from Double or Nothing between Shida and whether it's Deeb, whether it's Thunder Rosa. I would go with Thunder Rosa and Deeb and Shida. They just got really good chemistry. Serena Deeb, I don't know. She's okay, but I'd rather go with Thunder and Shida. Battle out another another match. I don't know if they're gonna do a relationship. It's just like it's really funny that how the NWA Women's Champion showing up in AEW. Why is the catch? This is really like something you put my. It's not. It's something I have to put my finger on, and it's not. It's just like that's funny. It's similar what ECW and WWF did in the 90s. Yeah, they're just doing this mini evasion to plug the very first ECW pay-per-view, Very Illegal. With this, it's really funny. It's like, are they going to do an invasion storyline? That could be good. NWA, AEW invasion. I think they're probably not. They might try. They might do better. It might be better than the invasion from 2001 or GFW's invasion with TNA. Who knows? But it's kind of like funny that the women's championship is on AEW television, but not like the NWA world title or every titles in the current NWA product. It's just like, yeah, it's just kind of like really. It got me off guard. Look at Power. It had it lost Cabana, Sparks. They're officially signed with the company. Thunder Rosa is not really signed with the company yet. I mean, and then Allysin Case now officially joined the group. Thunder Rosa, I think he's still contract with the company, and I think they lost Wade Barrett or Stu Bennett. Wade Barrett went back to the WWE. He's now a commentator in the NXT brand. Anyway, so like this is really like I hate to say it's a fall. Like ever since Billy Corgan took over, it's like I see like NWA starting to do good shows, and then they did Power. I'm not saying it's Power's failed. It ain't failed. I think they did put on some decent shows. And I'm not gonna go around like Power's better than Dynamite. It's not better than Dynamite. Dynamite's a 2-hour show. I think Power is a 2-hour show. I think it's an hour, 2-hour show. I don't know, but like I said, it's taped. So I wish they do it in a big studio. I wish they do it at the Asylum in Nashville. About like a bigger arena there, and doing it in a small studio. Yeah, the matches. Yeah, it's a damn shame the matches never last long. They only last about 10 minutes, because AEW shows, whether it's a Dynamite. I don't really watch Dark, but on pay-per-view, it's about like 20 to 30 minutes. I wish they put more time in matches. I think the problem one flaw about the matches on Power, it's too short. It's about 10 minutes. You can have a fun 10 minutes, but I'm not saying be boring. Make the matches boring. No, I'm just saying like add more time. You got like 2 to 3 a 2-hour show. You can really fill up more time, and then you got time segments. A bit. People complain about AEW with no segments. They do segments. AEW, Power, same segments. And it's good. It's good. It's good to see Ghost Shadow. It's been ages, man. It's been ages. He's still around. I'm rambling. I'm just saying it's what's going on, like with the products. Like, I'm not saying I know they're taking a break because of the COVID. I wish they just resume it. I like Power. I can't say it's gonna fail. It's not gonna fail. If it's failed, they're just, Billy Corgan will just hold his hands up and say, "Hey, man, I failed." Maybe it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same. People gotta realize it's not gonna be the same as the old NWA from the fucking, or whether it's from, the days with Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, before they became WCW, and then You know, I understand that. I'm not going to say it's going to succeed. I think it's going to succeed. It takes time. People got to realize a small company takes time. You know, I'm not these people. Every time there's a new company, and then I'm going to say, oh, it's not going to be like WCW. It's not. World Culture did. World Culture did it, and I think I will cover some shows. I think it's still on their YouTube channel. Just type in WCCW or Defiant Wrestling. You can find some old episodes. I think they're good. I think they did some purpose. They got really wrestlers back into WWE. I think it was more of a hit and miss. Drew McIntyre is a great example. You know, he wrestled in Defiant Wrestling and went back to the WWE, and then this year he won the Rumble and won his first World Championship in the companies. And then you got Matt Hardy didn't do much in the WWE, flopped. And you know he's now in AEW. Kurt Angle, mixed bag. He did all right, you know. And I think their talent was rated by basically NXT UK. You know, most of they end up in the NXT UK brand. That could be the reason why they're not doing shows. It's a damn shame. Well, I don't say it's going to compete. You can't, you know, small promotions cannot compete. Firstly, they don't have the financial resources. They don't have a billionaire. They just want to produce good wrestling. Look at NWA's do good wrestling shows. You know, it's a shame they never showcased their pay-per-views on their YouTube channel. I think it's just like a really damn shame. I was looking forward to cover Into the Fire. You know, really cover or any type of NWA power of really NWA pay-per-view from the modern era. And it's damn shame you're not going to see that. It's just like. I understand you try to pay, you're trying to give money in, you know, because you got to realize, you know, on TV, you know, let the fans, it's real shame you have to find like a pay website to buy the pay-per-view. It's a shame. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to building up. I like Aaron Stevens. You know, he's better known as Damien Sandow. I think with Aaron Stevens, Damien Sandow, they ruined Damien Sandow in WWE. You know, he had a great character. I like the what's it called? I'll call it savior of the masses. You know, the smart guy, and then I think he still continued with the character to the Indies and Impact Wrestling and AEW. He was doing the whole acting gimmick. You know, he's an actor in real life, and also I think he's a booker of an indie promotion in California. I like that. You know, I like Aaron Stevens, man. I feel like, you know, it's a damn shame Ricky Sparks not longer there. You know, like I say, he's doing well in AEW. I can see him being a champion. I can see him succeed. You know, if he stay healthy, avoid injuries. You know, I can see him doing well. You know, if he gets, and let me see, he got released, he might go back to Power. Eli Drake. I like Eli Drake. I could see him. It's really. I have to say this. I could see him going back. I don't see him going back to Impact Wrestling. He might go back to it. He might have a run in AEW, but I think he'll probably go back to Impact Wrestling. James Storm is back. It's really shame. It's really shame you don't have Chris Harris in the NWA product. You can really do James Storm, Chris Harris, America Most Wanted. That was a good tag team in TNA. I bet they're the multiple-time NWA tag team champions. It's a shame. You know, I don't know about the tag team with. I think they won the title from Latimer and Royce. I need to catch up watching Power. Like, it's like with Billy Corgan. What's going on? If I was Billy Corgan, he needs to address this, man. There's no information on if Power's going to come back. I know it's a taped show, but I feel sorry. It's basically I'm looking for it. I don't watch the videos. It's more talking, not enough wrestling. That's really the point. I understand if it's a behind the scenes stuff, I understand it, but I just want to watch the action. Get back to watching Power. It's been 8 months. It's been since Power aired. I know it's tape, but it's just like if Power's ended, it's just like wow, Power. You know, I'm not gonna give up. Say it's failed. They never get a chance. They never get a chance. You know, they're not gonna be successful. It's gonna be. They never know it's gonna be successful. It's not gonna be like, oh, they're gonna get like a shit ton of views of an episode. No, they're just producing good. They really put on some decent matches, decent shows. I'm not, people are just going to do the blindly hate. They're going to blindly hate AEW. They blindly hate when Power, was on, but like the 2019, I can't say wrestling is super great again. It's not mainstream, but you had like a Impact Wrestling on a major network for the first time in since they moved to left Spike because they bounced around between Spike TV, Destination America, Pop. I think they had a short run in the Pursuit channel before they're back on Access. I think you had WWE doing SmackDowns on Fox. Let's be fucking real, it's flopped. It's flopped. Ever since they're on Fox, they produce bad shows. I don't understand SmackDown. For the last 2 years, their shows are shit. Compared to 2018, they were putting on some good, decent shows. Now it's just like, it's just full on asses, man. Yeah, that draft is atrocious. I don't know. I don't want to get into SmackDown a little bit, but it's kind of suck. I don't want to get about New Japan. I don't really watch New Japan. I don't go around hating on New Japan. I'm not these anti-smart shit on New Japan. Oh, and New Japan sucks. They'll do flips and days and gigs. No, I don't watch them. I don't really, I don't have it in my country. And, I watch some videos and clips. There's some good shows. Yeah, I feel like they don't really focus on. They're not really going to. It's not being like American wrestling. Like you're doing a lot of segments and going into that sports entertainment on side of pro wrestling. It's just all about just in-ring product, just to focus on the in-ring product. I think they were doing they were doing tours around the in America. Yeah, they haven't done it recently because of COVID. I think they will do it in 2021 after this COVID's this COVID thing is blown over. It's been a fucking bad year in every source of entertainment and also in real life. And then you got like AEW doing their shows in TNT and NXT on the USA Network. NXT so far has been putting on some decent shows. I'm not saying they did like the Wednesday Night War so far has been good. It's not like the Monday Night Wars from the 90s. People think I hate these fucking people. Talk about they compare it to Monday Night Wars. No, it's not. It's not going to be like the Monday Night Wars. That was a different era. And I covered so far. I covered these Monday Nitro episodes from 1995. They were shit. Actually, the first one was good. It was good. Second one, not too much. It was produced. They produced like bang average shows in '95. They got better in '96, '97. I haven't reached '96, '97 yet. On my Nitros. I'm trying to. And speaking of Nitro, I will get back to reviewing Nitro. It's been weeks since I reviewed Nitro. I'll do a double episode from the aftermath episode from aftermath to Halloween Havoc to the first Nitro of November. That'll be on Friday. It'll be every Friday. I'll do my reviews of Monday Nitro. When I get to the 2 hours, 3 hours, probably do one episode. I'm not doing like a double episode. I'll probably do like 1-2 videos a day on a Friday. That was when I get to like 96, 97, 98. They really bounce around hours of Nitro. 1 hour to 2 hours to 3 hours. Anyway, so back to the Wednesday Night War. So far, I think it's been good. I think it's decent because really the whole AEW's blown NXT out of the water. NXT did beat Dynamite once or twice, but they're not really doing anything. Like I said, they're not doing anything. Like I like NXT. Otherwise, I won't cover the pay-per-views. The takeover shows. They're doing well. They're not doing like super great. I feel like. I might do a video in the future, but I don't think it's gonna. The reason why Vince McMahon putting NXT on the spot, see it fail. Anyway, back to today's topic or tonight's topic. The topic I'm talking about right now, power. If I was Billy Corgan, the president of, he's the president, or really he's the guy who revived NWA since 2017. Yeah, there's two choices: resume Power or get rid of Power, or get rid, or just count, or just like give up the project because it's really it's hurting the product without any wrestling. You know, you're trying to build a new fan base. That's what you do, like your wrestling promotion. You know, whether it's an indie promotion or a mainstream promotion, you're trying to build a fan base, and you know, he's trying to establish it, but not showing a single wrestling match or a wrestling show. It's kind of hurting the product. You know, I'm not saying it's going to fail. I'm not saying it might succeed. You know, I don't see it on a major network. You know, I can see him doing the shows on YouTube. You know, they might do the stuff and they're getting people into major wrestling companies like, you know, they did well with Sparks, Thunder Rosa, Allison Kane. But to see the NWA Women's Champion on Dynamite on AEW television, it's just like, what's going on? Unless they, you know, part of a partnership, are you working with AEW? That'll be good. You can set up like pay-per-views. But you know, they probably get rid of the. You know, I wish Power would get rid of the Dark. I don't get Dark. You know, I thought it's gonna be like a SmackDown or a Thunder. You know, Thunder's WCW show. It'd be you know a week after, not a week, but a few days after Nitro. I heard reports they're not really doing well. I like Dynamite, but Dark, boy, I was trying to give it a chance. I will. So I haven't watched an episode of Dark yet. I don't really get it. I think like it's like if it's full of squash matches, like with not so good talent, it's just like wow, it's turned into a superstar. You know, WWE did like shows like Superstars and Main Event. This is and it didn't do well. It's like it's just talents are not really they don't show on Raw and SmackDown, and talents are not that good. It's like you know that's not really. I don't want to get into it, but you know if I was like Cody Rhodes, who's writing these dark shows, you know, they need to like there is no like storyline progression going into like with SmackDown. In those Attitude eras, you know, they always progress the drama, continue the drama on SmackDown, continue the still continue the storylines into SmackDown. Like with Dark, it's just like if it was, I don't know, I'm gonna watch Dark, see what I'll get my thoughts on Dark. So I haven't been watching Dark since they started doing Dark nearly 1 year ago. It's you know I like you know like I said I only covered Dynamite because Dynamite's the A show. Dark is more like a B show for talent you don't see on Dynamite. I think they're taped. I'm guessing they're taped. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's in Atlanta. I thought it was in North Carolina. You know, because Carolina is NWA territory. If it's Atlanta, I would, you know, I don't, you know, that'd be like, you know, I don't know. The production value of Power, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. You know, they're doing some. I'm kind of a mixed bag of this Austin Idol skits. I know it's joke, you know, but they did the whole fucking Thundermark character. That was Joe Cephas. You got some good talent. You got the talent. Don't get me wrong. They got the talent, Power. Yeah, they lost two or three talent, but you still got like, yeah, they got old guys like Trevor Murdoch. No disrespect the guy. I like Mr. Anderson. I think they still got James Storm. You know, if he re-signed with Impact Wrestling, you still got some. You still got. Yeah, I heard they got the Pope. You know, they need to focus on younger talent. Like the one thing about TNA, the old TNA, the one thing that TNA works, they focus on younger talent. I can't say they'll sign younger talent and build up younger talent. You know, they also got the Dawsons. I never heard of. My first exposure with the Dawsons, the Dawson brothers was AEW. Oh yeah, I forgot that Eddie Kingston. The sign. He's no longer with the company. He's now with AEW. He was in the world title picture. You know, like yeah, they got Homicide. You got really stars from TNA. You know, because basically TNA was working with NWA in those early years before they broke away. You know, do shows on Spike TV and the first downfall. I understand why, but it's just like and people, you know, Jim Cornette left. You got like was it called Joe Callis? I don't know the new commentator team. Yeah, they had Stu Bennett, but he left. Yeah, Dave Marquez. He's more like a interviewer. I think they need. I don't know. I think like I can see Power. You know, I gotta see. I can see Power. Renew because if I was Billy Corgan, you need to address this. You're letting the fans down because people like people like Power. I think kind of you might it's just like why fix it? Why ended it? It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not bad, but it's decent. They put on some decent shows. And it wasn't. You just put it on hiatus for so long. It's just kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? It's just like what it's yeah. It's a what's going on feeling. So why there's no Power? I think they did different shows. Took a hiatus, but it's a very long hiatus. They didn't do it. They didn't do it in bigger. There's no fans, but you look at AEW. They're starting to bring fans back in the arenas. Maybe they're 2 minutes apart, social distancing, but I think they need to, like Impact Wrestling. They're not doing shows. They're doing shows in empty arenas. It's like how fucking sad. I know it's like safety, but it's just like I wish they just bring. That could be the reason, but it's not. I'm not gonna say it's the viewers because first off, it's not the views. It's not they don't do ratings. They're not on the major network. They're on YouTube. They do okay views. They're not like they're gonna get million views. It takes time. It takes time to build a big to establish a good. If you make a video and it's not really like if you got videos with good views, that's good. That's good. You like at least it's very good for once. You don't. It takes time to get like a video with shit ton of views. If you got videos with okay views, who cares? It's not the end of the world. I feel like with Power's views, they only get like into that thousands mark. Who knows? I feel like if I would just add more time in matches because you got 2 hours. You can still do segments. You can do like 15 to 20-minute matches and also do segments. It's not really like it's gonna drag out the match and people are gonna find it boring. Yeah, they find it boring. If it's good, it's good. Let it grow. I think Billy Corgan is a genius. Everyone knows Billy Corgan is a member of Smashing Pumpkins. Look at he almost did with TNA. Impact Wrestling before before the good stuff, and not right now, but back then, like 2016, 2017 mark. He took over in 2014, it's not 2014, 2015. I think it was late 2015 and in 2016, 2017. I think he left in 2017 because Dixie Carter is a bitch. Fuck him. Fuck Dixie Carter. She was. I got to Dixie's taking credit, but Billy was the one. I don't know if Billy was really the influence of Matt Hardy's character. I don't want to get into it, but in those 2016 shows, they were putting on decent shows, and then when Billy Corgan left, they went downhill. And then, I'm not saying it was a dead product. It was getting there. It was, it was starting to put on a decent product, and then all of a sudden went down again when the whole GFW attempt. Don't want to get me started. That's another story for another time. And right now, you see Impact Wrestling right now. It's not on the same level it once was a decade ago. You can tell they're on the major network, not the major network. They're on a bigger network. There's signs that they will get better. And another thing, Don Callis in AEW. Hope it's a one-off, but it's just like, what's going on? What is going on? If I was like a guy running a wrestling promotion, you need to address this. Otherwise, it's more like letting the viewers guess. Guessing like, I was guessing. Is it a partnership? Otherwise, why the women's champion showing up in another wrestling company? It's not like basically it's not like Mike Awesome went to WCW with the ECW title. He pissed off because Mike Awesome pissed off ECW fans. He pissed off Joey Styles. He said about like his match with what's it got? Was it Masatomo Tanaka at the One Night Stand pay-per-view in 2005? He said that move almost took his life, and he died 2 years later. He kind of pissed off. He's pissed off the ECW fans. He became a turncoat, taking that title. Yeah. He dropped the title to Taz, but with the women's title, it's kind of demoting the main title in AEW, the women's title, Shida. Shida. They focus on the NWA title, not the women's title. I gotta say, if Power comes back, I think he'll, depending if Thunder is signed with AEW, this thing needs to address. If I see the tag team titles or the mid-card belts, I'm talking about NWA Power. It's good to see them on AEW television, get some exposure. Like I said, Thunder showed up in Power, showed up in Dynamite, in AEW television. He put on a great match with Shida at Double or Nothing. And he's facing Serena Deeb for the women's belt. I feel like they need to do this on Power. They need to resume Power. Otherwise, what's going on? You don't want to alienate your fan base. You don't want to alienate the product. Otherwise, you just basically do not care. You just hey, go to Dynamite. Just for no reason, take the belt, and it's just like disservice the belt. I'm drinking water, folks. I'm not stirring. I'm just drinking water. A little bit of a water break. Anyway, I'm talking wrestling about another. So far, nearly 40 minutes. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes, and then then I'll just sign off. Anyway, if it's ever I understand Evolve and NXT because it's now they got the rights of Evolve. I heard they're in relationship with smaller promotions. I understand that. With I'm talking about NWA Power. It's like, why is the catch? What it said? Why is the catch? If it's not like a partnership, AEW, NWA Power, because they aired their shows the same month last year in October. I know it's granted Power was a tape show because they aired it in September of 2019. They aired it on October, but with if it's not a partnership, why is the AEW, the NWA Women's Champion on in AEW television on Dynamite on the pay-per-views? If it was a power, I think if it was a partnership, you can probably see Nick Aldis, showing up on AEW television. Same as the tag team champions, that's Storm and Eli Drake, and the two mid-card belts. I'm guessing it was the national. I don't know. It's the United States title. I think it's the North American Championship. I don't know what it's called. I think it was the TV champion, and the other mid-card belt, mid-card champion. Sorry. Showing up, and it's just like, why is the catch? I'm trying to say, I don't see AEW I don't see it's going to fail. I don't see it's failing. No, what's that AEW? No, failing. I'm talking about NWA side. I don't see it's going to fail. Otherwise, it's just I'll get a form that I'll do a video say NWA powers ended. Because if it's ended, there's plenty of. I'll find another show. There's plenty of wrestling out there. Most of the indie shows, they show their shows. They do their shows on YouTube. I think that like WAW do their shows on YouTube. I don't know what day. There's plenty. People say wrestling's dead. No, it's not dead. It's just like they're not on major network. Mostly do. Maybe they can't afford it. It's they don't have that financial resources that big major companies does. Like same as a team, like a sports team, they can't if they're trying to get a big player or a big sponsor, they don't have the money. They don't have the money. Like with wrestling promotions, I'm talking about small, very small. Indie shows, if they can't really, they're not a major network, YouTube. They might, they might get. You don't know if they get like million views. You know, they're doing good view. They're doing good views. They're just producing wrestling, world culture. They try. At least they try. They hold their hands up to say, "Hey, man, we tried." They didn't say they're going to compete. How are they competing? How are they competing? They just don't want to compete. Maybe they don't want to compete. Same as NWA, they're not competing. They didn't want to compete. They want to produce good wrestling. I don't know. Nick Aldis is world champion. I'm not keen on Magnus or Nick Aldis. He's done okay. It's very shocking. He's been a world champion for 2 years. I don't know. Like, it's very funny. Like, Pete Dunne was the UK champion for 2 years. Yeah, he dropped it to Walter Hahn. But with Nick Aldis, he's been the champion for 2 years. I think he dropped the title to Tim Storm. I think it was Cody who dropped the title. Because Nick Aldis fought Cody at All In. Without that pay-per-view, AEW will never exist. Tim Storm, it's very sharp. The dude's in his 50s. He's in mid-50s. I don't want research. That's my very first exposure. It's Tim Storm. I think he's a good worker. He kind of wrestled in the 90s. He started his career in '95. He's been in the business for 25 years, and he only wrestled like small promotions like indies. He's never wrestled in a major promotion like your WWFs, WCWs, ECWs, your TNAs, Ring of Honors. It's a shame. He's never like made it big in the big company. Now he made it big in the revived version of NWA. A world champion. It's too little, too late for getting signed to a big company. If he was 20 years younger, who knows? Or 30 years younger. But since he's 56, I don't, he made it big. He was the world champion, and I heard that Joe Cephas is a producer. He's working with the show, but at the same time he's producing it. If I was Billy Corgan, I would go do a board meeting, and trying to get Power back on track. Sign some new. Yeah, they got road agents. That's pro wrestling do. Wrestling companies do have road agents sign new talent. I think it's very thin because they got raided. They got raided big time. I'm not crapping on AEW, but it's good to see some stars from NWA going to AEW. To do well. If they do well, they do well in AEW. They do well. If not, who cares? It's not the end of the world. So, anyway, that's my video on NWA Power. So hope you enjoy this stream, folks. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on NWA Power? Is it going to end? Is it failing? Is it a success? Just leave the thoughts in the comment section below. So, for the comments, thanks for Ghost Shadow. Actually, not say thanks, but it's good to see Ghost Shadow again. It's been ages. He put in I think he put in a tacos video talking about Roman Reigns. It's good to see. It's good to see him. It's like it's a fellow subscriber. He's been there through thick and thin. I'm gonna, subscribe. I know he doesn't really do videos, but subscribe to him. Subscribe to Ghost Shadow, man. And also, speaking of subscribing, subscribe to this channel for more wrestling videos, live streams, and more. And Friday, it'll be the return of my reviews on Monday Nitro, trying to get back on track. And next week, I'll go back to reviewing In Your House shows. In Your House 5, that's the next one. Trying to get my schedule back on track. I'm not doing it as a full-time living. I'm just saying get my videos back on track. I'm kind of going off the schedules. I do like Tuesday In Your House shows, Wednesday Clash of Champions, Thursdays Thursdays Whether it's an ECW pay-per-view review or a TNA pay-per-view review, I'll do that. Friday, my review on Monday Nitro. Saturday, sometimes I'll review Dynamite for this week, this past week. And sometimes, mostly I'll do a live stream, whether it's on a Saturday or Sunday. And Saturday I'll do my reviews on a classic WCW pay-per-view, and Sunday classic WWE pay-per-view review. And Monday, depending, there's a pay-per-view on WWE or even AEW. Sometimes AEW do their shows on mostly their shows on Saturday and some of their pay-per-views, but sometimes they do it on Sunday. So I need to adjust I need to do an update on my channel, man. I haven't done a channel update for really ages now. Time to do another one. That'll be coming soon. So anyway, enough of my talking. Hope you enjoy this live stream, folks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. And this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.